Okay. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. Good morning. Good new morning once again. And we're back. Okay. So guess what? Guess what the discussion is? We're going back inside the coronavirus, the CPP coronavirus ID number 19. That is it. You see COVID 19. COV coronavirus ID -19. Okay, that's how that works. That's how it's identified. It is the coronavirus ID number 19. Okay, that's what the COVID 19 means. Okay, so here I am. And my mind this morning is on board, I'm happy to say, even with the massive drugs that I have in my system for pain medication that makes me stupid. Even in the midst of my stupidities, I can still think. Thank God my brain works the way that it does. So the question came up in my mind this morning as I'm listening to people. There was a lady on the television who was talking about being around somebody just recently, and she was around them for at least 15 minutes, and they are COVID positive. Okay, they are COVID 19 positive. And so she has decided to self quarantine herself. And so there she is, sitting there talking on her computer, no mask on, no nothing, just talking away about being quarantined at home. And the thought came up to me, wait a minute, who has told anybody about how to self quarantine yourself effectively at home? When we go into quarantine, does it mean that we just go inside our house, lock our doors, stay inside, and it's all good? What happens with the virus when we do that? Who knows what the virus does? We are a carrier. We are a live source carrier of the virus. Just like our soul is inside of our body, the virus will attach to the outsides of our body, and we will carry it wherever we go. If we have it, it will go inside of our system so that when we breathe, it goes out into the world. So if we go into self quarantine, and we're just like I am right now, talking up a storm. My virus is going onto my microphone. My virus is going onto the computer system. It's going onto the screen. It's going onto the table. It's going onto my hands. And I am self quarantining, right? Wrong. That is not effective self quarantine. But nobody has. Oh, there goes I lost my connection. Tick tock, waiting. There it is. My connection was unstable again. So I just saw it go across my screen. I have that a lot. I'm sorry when that happens. I see that it distorts my voice sometimes when it happens, and probably most of the time when it happens. Sorry when that happens. I don't have any control over that one. But so nobody has given guidelines for self quarantine, have they? Have you seen the CDC on television telling people what the guidelines for self quarantining is? Have you seen the newspapers, the news articles online in any avenue, on television, in the papers, on the internet? Have you seen them saying, oh, this is how we self quarantine? These are the guidelines. This is the protocol for self quarantining. They don't. Not one person has said, this is how you do it. And so here I am, once again, being the voice. Does my voice reach anyone? Well, I really pray to God that it does, because I'm doing my level best to try to help everyone, and just getting blown off. I got blown off by the CDC when this virus first began. I got blown off by the President of the United States. I got blown off by the Vice President of the United States. I got blown off by every news team, news company in New York. I messaged their corporate headquarters by hand. You've seen that. I showed it. I showed you my little post-it note, or not post-it notes, but index cards that look like this, that I sent. They're 3x5s. I sent in envelopes personally with my hand lettering, telling them that I had possible key to the cure for the virus, that I have the method for ending the virus, that I have the method for ending the stress and the anxiety that comes along with the virus financially and whatnot. But did they pay attention to me? Did they acknowledge me? Not even remotely. And still to this very moment, here I am, the 16th of September. And this thing began back in when? February, March? And here I am. I'm still reaching out, and I'm still ignored. There's nobody is promoting what I'm saying. So I'm just speaking to a wall, a blank space, and it's going nowhere. And nobody is getting it out there, getting the messages that I'm sending out there. So it's like you're on the radio, you've rigged up your walkie-talkie, and you're speaking, and you're saying everything that you can say, and it's going in one ear or out the other, and it's not even going in anybody's ears. It's just bouncing off the wall and coming right back to you. You have zero reception, zero transmission. You have no voice, even though your voice is being spoken. That's me. Nobody listens. But I don't, you know what? I just keep doing it. I keep putting it out there regardless, because I have to. I morally, ethically, physically, mentally, emotionally have to. I have to put out what I know and what I believe for the people of my world. Okay? This is my world. It's your world too, but this is my world. This is the king's court, and I am the king of my court, and I am Nicholas in Seattle. That's who I am. Nicholas in Seattle. Look it up. You'll find me. Anyway, I'm doing what I can for everyone, and I just hope and pray that people are hearing me. We just had a really nice prayer session before this, but I want to turn my focus back to. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go on and on and on, but I really have to. This is my heart, my soul, my spirit speaking to you directly. I can't do it any other way. My mind, yeah, thank God it comes in with sense and common sense and all that good stuff, and inventive, creative ways to deal with this thing. And the truth behind all of these things, just like when I put out the article, The Truth Behind Global Warming, that's going to be a smackdown, because let me tell you what, nobody has a clue. Nobody has a clue what the truth behind global warming is. They're too busy advancing technologies and running off the end of their chains, like crazed wild dogs that have just been released from bondage, and they've just gone off the deep end, and they see nothing. They're going to be the deer running into the headlights when I post it. You just watch and see. The question is whether the Scientific World Journal or the American Journal of Science, it depends on whether or not they are actually going to post it. Because I'm not Mr. Scientist. I'm not Mr. World-renowned anything. I'm not Mr. Mega rich. I'm not Mr. Stephen Hawking, okay? Crippled person who is a theoretical physicist with credentials galore, like Mr. Stephen Hawking was. I'm not that person. I'm just John Doe nobody. That's right. I'm that person that Arya Stark wanted to become and finally did become. Nobody. That's me. I'm Mr. Nobody. So, anyway, I'm still giving you whatever I can to try to help. Quarantine. How do we quarantine? We have to be wise, because if we put the virus out of our mouths and it attaches to anything, when we come back and we touch whatever that virus is now sitting on, now we've contracted it again. Now we're keeping it alive again. So what on earth can we do? Because, excuse me, when you walk in your house and you think, oh, I'm in my house, I'm free now, I can do whatever I want to do, I'm self-quarantined, la da 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 da, I'm safe, it's all good now because I'm in my house. Well, you're walking around your house with your mask off, your germs, the virus is being spread every time you breathe. You get up, it's on that. It's on the surface of my computer when I go to type. Now it's on my fingertips. And then, so what on earth can I do to stop this virus? Now that I'm quarantined, I'm at home quarantining. I'm supposed to be ending this virus, but I'm not because I don't mentally know exactly what I'm supposed to do when I'm quarantining. So what do you do when you quarantine? Get your gloves on. Get your mask on. Keep your mask on. Your mask, but hopefully that's as far as it's going. And then take a wipe, okay, a Clorox wipe, and wipe the inside of your mask. When you take it off, wipe the inside of your mask and put your mask back on. Hopefully that's okay. I don't know if it's okay. Now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so if I put the Clorox wipe in there and I wipe off the inside of my mask and I put it on, am I now breathing the Clorox and is that going to hurt me too? Use a baby wipe then. Keep your mask on. Wash your hands. Wash your gloves. Anything that you speak into, if you speak into your phone without your mask on, get your Clorox thing out and wipe it down. And you know, that virus is an airborne pathogen. That means that it's molecules of virus, little tiny cells of virus that float in the air. And some of them are heavy. A lot of them are heavy. And they just travel right down to the ground with your saliva. Okay? You breathe. That's wet. Okay? It travels right down to the surface of whatever you have. So if you're talking on your computer like I am right now, if I had the virus, it's all over my keyboard, all over it. But I'm self-quarantining, so everything should be safe, right? Wrong. That's wrong. We have to quarantine correctly. And I honestly, I don't know. I do not know the answer to that. I'm not a scientist. I'm just going on what my brain says. Hey, wow, you know, common sense, I hope. And I hope that I'm being smart about this and wise about this, but the virus moves with a source, a host, and us being alive, we are a host. If it's on this surface of my computer and I leave my computer alone for 72 hours, 3 whole days, the virus is dead. It can go nowhere without me. It has to have a live host. But if I walk up 2 days later to my keyboard and I sit down and I start typing, and then I go like this, or I brush my nose or my eyes, you know, guess what? Got the virus. It just came alive again. Thank you so much for picking me up and keeping me going. The virus is happy as can be. So we've got to find out. Let's have the CDC. Let's have whoever the you know, the people in charge of the virus. Let's have them come forward. Scientists, tell us, how do we self-quarantine effectively? Okay, because in order to kill the virus in our home, we have to do it effectively. We have to know how, right? We have to know what to do. Keep those baby wipes around always. Those baby wipes are safe for you. You can even put it in your mouth and taste it. It's safe because they're safe for babies, but they are, yeah, babies' butts. There you go. But they are also disinfectants. If I'm not mistaken, right? Because you wipe their butts, you clean them off. It's a disinfectant. There's a question. Do baby wipes truly kill the virus? Do they protect us from the virus? Because if they do, it's the number one source of antivirus attack. You have those baby wipes with you always. Wipe your face, wipe your hands, wipe the items that you touch, wipe inside your mask, you know? Yeah, let's get this out here. Okay, it's 16 minutes and I'm gonna get this out of there because I want people to be able to have this and to go forward with this. Spread the word. How do we self-quarantine effectively? That's the question. How do we do it? Come on, medical people, give us, scientific people, scientists, give us the real stuff. How do we self-quarantine to end that virus? Disable. My connection went unstable. There, it's back. Okay, so this is it. I love you. I adore you. I cherish you. I treasure you. Everything's for free at the King's Court. In the King's Court, my court, it's all free of charge, no charge. Mwah. It's all for you, my brothers and sisters, my family. Okay, you're all my family. I care about you. I love you. I want the best for you. So hopefully this helps. Spread the word. Please spread the word. Let's get an answer. How do we self-quarantine effectively with this virus? We have to know how to do it, okay? So that we can kill this sucker. I think that I've said how to do it, but I don't know. You know, we have to know our baby. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to do that. In fact, I will say something in my next video because I'm going to go look into it right now. Do baby wipes kill the virus? There we go. All right. And how do we self-quarantine? Get out there, be a good human being, stay safe, stay wise, really stay wise. And thus you will stay well always out there. Okay. Wisdom is the key. Knowledge is the key. We have the knowledge. Let's be wise about this and let's kill this sucker. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. God bless you. God keep you in his grace always. I pray for safety. Pray for the rain. Please, rain, come and wash down this fire and smoke. Please end it so we can breathe clearly again. It's horrible up here in Washington State. Oh man, is it bad. Anyway, that's it.